When I was younger in the late 2000s, I was huge into the Nickelodeon series iCarly, and was obviously depressed that around November 2012, the series came to a close. After a few years, I became overcome with nostalgia, so I decided to find some full episodes of iCarly on the internet, and I came across a website that streamed full episodes of every TV show. So, I went to the iFile, and found iCarly, and to my joy, they had every episode from all 6 seasons. But there was this one episode one wasn't familiar with, which was titled I Know What You Did. So, I figured that Nickelodeon did an episode of iCarly that's a parody of the 1997 horror movie I Know What You Did Last Summer. Because I remember that in 2012, there was an episode of Victorious that was a parody of the 1985 movie The Breakfast Club. So, I suppose they wanted to do the same with iCarly, but since it's a Nick show, they'd have to tone down anything not so child-friendly. Well, boy, was I in for a shock. So, as I was watching the episode, as I expected, it looked very much like an I Know What You Did Last Summer. In fact, most of the characters parodied the characters from the movie. Carly parodied Julie James, Sam parodied Helen Shivers, Freddie parodied Ray Bronson, Gibby parodied Barry Cox, Mabel Paperman parodied Max Nurick, and Melanie, Sam's twin sister, parodied Elsa Shivers. So, I was finding the episode good so far, until the parody, the part where the 4 teens run over somebody in the road. I wish I was making it up when I noticed that the scene was literally just like in the movie. They even went as far as to show an unconscious person covered in blood. As the episode went on, each part was highly similar to I Know What You Did Last Summer, from the mysterious letter, to the villain, whom unlike the villain in I Know What You Did Last Summer, who was a fisherman wearing a black raincoat and wielded a meat hook, the parody version was a guy in a black hoodie wielding a crowbar. They even go as far as to parody the scene where Helen Shivers awakens on 4th of July morning to find that someone cut her hair, only with Sam parodying Helen, of course. They even went as far as to have Carly literally say the iconic line by Julie James, "What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?" Word for word. And amongst all of that, I noticed that when they parodied how the characters are killed, they really did a good job on it. Because they actually show the characters being killed by the man in the black hoodie. Mabel is killed similar to Max, Gibby is killed similar to Barry, Melanie is killed similar to Elsa, and Sam is killed similar to Helen. And fast forward to what horrified me the worst, was when they went as far as to show the villain's hand holding the crowbar getting severed, after the episode ended parodying the ending of I Know What You Did Last Summer. I sat at my computer desk with a look of shock and horror on my face. Thinking to myself, they actually made an episode like that and it was intended to be shown on television? Thankfully, that episode was pulled from the air. Not only because it was too gruesome for a kid's show, but assumedly, the people at Nickelodeon would have gotten sued for copyright. After seeing that episode, my interest in that show is lost for good.